So here's a graph. And the question is, what is the story behind the graph? What does this curve tell you? What story does it tell you? Well, the x-axis represents time. The y-axis represents the distance from your apartment. From your apartment. Well, in this story, 1. You left the apartment for work. You started out fast, and then you slowed down a little. You slowed down a bit. That's this story. Story number 2. You left home. You left your apartment. It's a pretty bad day. You left your apartment at a steady speed. All right, and this would represent a steady speed. But then, there's an accident on the road and no movement. Traffic stops. What happened? No movement. Traffic stops. Your distance from home remains unchanged at that point. You're right there. You're staying there until what occurs? The problem goes away. They fix the problem. And traffic fixed. Oh, that was pretty bad. They fixed the problem. I'll abbreviate traffic, TFC, flows. Traffic flows. And traffic is moving again. And you begin to move also, again, to your job at a steady rate of speed. And that is this story. You left your apartment at a steady speed. Accident takes place on the road. No movement of traffic. But let me mark this. This is 1, this is 2, and then 3. They fixed the problem. Traffic moves again. You're moving away from your apartment. Oh, what's this story? In step number 1. You leave your apartment for work. Then, somewhere about here, you realize that you will be late. So, 3. You speed up to get to work. You speed up. Rapidly increase your distance from your apartment with respect to time. You speed up. What did I say you do? You increase your distance per unit of time. You speed up. You increase, your distance with respect to time. You increase your distance units per unit of time. All right, in this scenario, I leave the apartment. But I stop the car. I think I've forgotten something. I return back to the apartment, grab the thing that I have forgotten, and then speed back to work. Increased rate, not steadily like before going to work. I speed up steadily, increasing my velocity as I go, going to work. Those are 4 points. 4 points. Step number 1, I leave. I leave what? The apartment. 2, I stop. What happens? I remember I left something at the apartment. Abbreviation APT. Number 3, that was 1. Here's 2. Here's number 3. I return to the apartment. Return to the apartment. 4. I get what I have to get, and then I speed up. I speedily go to work. That is the story of this graph. P is the population of a city in millions. P is a function of time. That is to say, the number of years since the year 2000. So P equals f of t. So what does P of 5 equals 8 mean? What does this mean? Well, P of 5 is the population 5 years since, or starting from, year 2000. Population 5 years since the year 2000. So that means 2005. In the year 2005, the population was 8, but we said this is in millions, so the population was 8 million people. PPL is an abbreviation. I'll write PEOPLE. So P is a function of time, the number of years since 2000. So P equals f of t. P of 5 equals 8 is saying what? So the population 5 years since year 2000, that means 2005. P of 5 is 2005. Equals 8. That means 8 million people. Okay, that's good enough for now. So long.